those independent women that be like, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. But y'all be using y'all best friend husband, y'all sister husband, y'all co-worker husband, talking about some come over here and fix the plumbing. Can you come over here and look at my car? I'm gonna be the wife. He said, who's that on the phone? Hello? Yeah, Shelly. What you need? He's busy being my husband. Bitch, because let me tell y'all something. The problems come with the benefits. You don't get to use my master electrician, HVAC technician, my mechanic, my electrician, my drug dealer. You don't get a discount. You get on Google like everybody else. Stop using everybody's husband. The problems come with the benefits. You gonna come over here and cook Sunday dinner, deal with his mother, wash his drawers out by hand? No! Leave people's husband alone. If you independent, be independent, but don't be dependent on my husband.
When it's such a lie when a woman says she doesn't need a man, and she proudly professes that, because if you dig a few layers deep, you'll find out, oh, she's using her sister's husband to do this. She's using the mechanic down the street. She had somebody from Sears, 2 big men, deliver a refrigerator. So you are using men, you just aren't using your own man. So if you want to test it and see if you can go without actually needing a man, not reaching out to your sister or your friends for their boyfriend or husband to come fix some plumbing, you're not paying a mechanic, you're paying a female mechanic, you're paying a female plumber. When you call the police, a female shows up. When you call the fire department, a female shows up. If men show up in any of those cases, you do need a man. You're just delegating out the duties that your own man would have, and you're paying somebody else or you're asking favors of somebody else. So when a woman says she doesn't need a man, challenge that.
Don't start. No, I'm going to start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort shit from the men that they're with. Now, let me preface this by saying he's a man of means, okay? I sold this man his 3rd property when I was in real estate. I've seen this place. This man makes well into the mid to high 6 figures, okay? And you are the type of person that likes to travel because we bonded over that. We've traveled and taken trips together before. It's just so minimal to me what he does for her every time. A birthday, flower, dinner's a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinner's gift. Like, it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, girl, you deserve better. There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime. Literally. You should not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, and this is what pisses me off so much about it, is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she's talking about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you.
What's your man doing? Right? What's your husband doing? Looking at her ring finger, I mean, hey, I don't see anything there. I'm just saying. So it seems like, low-key, she's kind of jealous, right? She wished that she had the lifestyle, if we're keeping it real, that her friend has. Right? Because, hey, this guy, based on what she's saying here, he has money, resources. It's not like he's forgetting the anniversary or forgetting or simply dismissing his girlfriend or his significant other here. He's actually doing stuff here, okay? Dinner, jewelry, flowers. There's some women out here wish they had a man to give them flowers. The simple things in life, right? And I'm not even saying that this is simple, but I'm just saying, you got a man out here that's at least trying, right? He's doing something out here. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to get the friend to break up with her man, and then low-key behind the friend's back, she's sliding in his DM and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is a classic case of single women trying to keep other women single, but let me know what you guys think.
So, last night, I got broken up with, and I kind of saw it coming, because it had just been like a couple of things after another. But y'all, when I tell you, he is such a good man. Like, this is L. This is L. He's such a good man. He's literally all the things that I wanted and prayed for. And I think the lesson that I have to take away from this is, I'm not going to say he was my first good man, but was my first like emotionally regulated, like standing on business. Man, your outfit is so cute. We love a monochromatic moment. Absolutely. But yeah, I think he was my first like really healed and just like really there man. And ladies, they require a whole different like you gotta step. You gotta step.
It's just fascinating how we see these kind of videos, and we see this all the time where women are talking about how they fumbled a good man, right? Women talk about how they want a man that's emotionally intelligent. He needs to have his stuff together. He needs to be making a certain amount of money, this, that, and the third. And then when they actually get that man, they don't even know what to do with it, right? They start calling you sassy, and you're manipulative and a narcissist and all this other stuff. And it's like, no. I got standards, right? You got standards. I got standards, right? If I'm going to be coming with it when it comes to being emotionally intelligent and all this other stuff that modern women want, I'm not going to accept you any which way, shape, or form. Right? You're going to have to level up as well. And it seems like she's learned the hard way here.
Don't start.
Deal with women and how they nag because y'all like men, but it is exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting dealing with a woman who's highly neurotic, highly disagreeable. Everything bothers her. Nothing is ever good enough. She has a problem with every minuscule thing that pops up, and then she just exaggerates problems and issues to the point to where the only thing you want to do is get away from her. And that's a very real thing that a lot of men experience. I've dealt with it, and as I said, it's not intuitive when you deal with a woman after you've dealt with a woman like that and you move on to another woman. It's just heuristics. You already know. I've seen this before. I've seen this story before. This woman is going to be a headache, and that's essentially what we try to get away from. These women are migraines, and they created a lot of issues over the simplest things. You can't even communicate effectively with them because they're not willing to listen. They're not willing to understand, and they don't see the flaws in the things that they do wrong, especially when it comes to how they project.
They'll sit up there and they'll try to hurt you on purpose. They'll try to verbally abuse you and hurt you on purpose, try to gaslight you and manipulate you. But the minute they see that it's not affecting you and it's not hurting you and they don't get the response that they want, then they lash out. I'll notice that they get furious. They be like, oh, I can't stand you. You get on my nerves. You make me sick. But the only reason why you make them sick is because they tried to hurt you and they try to manipulate you or control you, try to gaslight you, and that shit didn't work. Girl, get the fuck.
You know, the reason why women don't respect men anymore is because what I notice is men nowadays, all they do is match the female energy. All they do is match her energy. So it's like, as a woman, a feminine woman she's looking for and she's attracted to a masculine man.
She's right. I tell fellas all the time, you don't match a woman energy. You lead. You set the tone. And if she's a woman worth having, then she will match your energy. You don't go down to where she's at. You don't become feminine. You stay masculine. You stay you. You stay a man. And either she matches your energy and get with your program, or she get on and you find a woman who will. You don't start acting like a woman. You don't, okay, so she doing this, so I'm gonna do the same. Oh, so she wanna play text games and she wanna play card games and I'm gonna do the same. Like, no, you stay who you are. You don't become somebody else. No, you stay a man. Stop matching women energy. Because once you start matching women energy, they're gonna be like, he's acting like a woman, which you are. And they're gonna be right.
In all reality, it don't matter how good you are to her. Some of these women are just gonna always disregard and disrespect you because they don't see men as valuable. Have a good day.
Like, women shouldn't get on this app complaining about there not being any good men when those good men that you say you want, those are the same men who will come and ask you on a coffee date just to see where your head at. And you get so offended because, oh, how dare you ask me on a coffee date, that you can shot yourself in the foot. This could be the fucking man of your dreams. But you're not going to find that out because you're too busy worried about him asking you on a coffee date. Ma'am, he just want to sit down and talk to you. He just want to see if y'all connect. He wants to see if you're worth the effort and the time and the energy. Nobody wants to put all that into a person that's not worth it. It was easier to just have these conversations up front get on the same page or figure out if you can be on the same page rather than wasting years with someone just to find out y'all weren't compatible. A lot of those years that y'all be wasting could have actually been prevented if you had had a simple sit-down coffee date. You ain't even got to drink no coffee. Just sit down and talk to him.
You know what? Y'all women don't want no good man. No, y'all don't. Y'all want the thugs. Yeah, y'all want the guys that's gonna break your heart. Yeah, you do. You keep on talking to the same type of dudes. Yes, you do. Be quiet. You do. You don't want the good guys, the simps. The guys that stay in the house and won't cheat on you. You don't want him. He's too boring. Right? He's too lame. He's not attractive. Girl, you better enjoy that peace that comes with that man. That man offers peace that you ain't never had in your entire life. You hear me? You better get with that man because of what he can do for your soul. You better get with that man for what he can do for your soul, not for what he can do. Oh, he look good out here. Oh, he fine. Oh, baby, that don't mean anything. The older you get, you want peace and stability and love. That's it. That's all you should ever want from a man. Stop saying y'all want a good man when you ain't even attracted to what a really good man offers you. Okay?
When I see a man that's so fine and then I pass him and he doesn't say anything, why men don't approach women anymore?
Men aren't single today because they can't get women. Let's kill that noise right now. Men are single because they finally realized one thing. Peace is priceless.
Women scare them all away. Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number, and all of a sudden, you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later.
All I see on social media is men being canceled and scrutinized just for being men. We have literally embarrassed, belittled, and threatened men just for trying to approach us women. I understand there are some horror stories out there, but women can be just as guilty.
Now, imagine this. You've worked hard for your stability. You've got your own place, your car, your money right, your hobby, your gym time, your freedom. Why would you risk all of that just to invite stress, drama, and disrespect? And listen, there's one truth to this video that flips the whole modern relationship model upside down. When you hear it, you'll understand why so many men are saying, never again. But let's start with the first and most painful wake-up call. Reason number 1, divorce destroys a man's life. Divorce doesn't just end a relationship, it ends a man's life as he knows it. Picture this. One day he's grilling in the backyard of the home he spent 20 years paying off. Kids laughing, wife smiling, retirement plan in motion. The next day, he's in a 1-bedroom apartment staring at pictures of his kids taped to the wall. And in that courtroom, it doesn't matter how loyal he was. It doesn't matter how much he sacrificed. The system doesn't care. The house, gone. Half his retirement, gone. Daily time with his kids, reduced to whatever the paperwork says. And the cruelest part, he still has to pay alimony and child support, sometimes for decades, to the very person who left. That's not just heartbreak, that's devastation. And men are asking themselves, why would I want to walk into a system like this that rewards rebellion and punish loyalty?
I have noticed that guys don't want to chase no girl at all anymore.
Now, ladies, this isn't about men being bitter. This is about men being wise. Once a man sees how the game is played, he's not going to rush to sit at the table again. And keep this in your mind, because when we get to reason 11, I'll show you how the pain of divorce turns into wisdom that protects men from ever walking blind into it again. Reason number 2, no more wives, just performers. This one is going to sting, but it's the reality men are facing. Men don't see wives anymore. They see women performing the role of a wife until commitment, then switching up once they feel secure. Dating phase, she cooks, she laughs at your jokes, she's sweet, she's supportive, feminine. Commitment phase, the meal style.
At home, and he on his way home from the studio, and I'm up in the room, I'm posted up, I'm sexy, I'm cute, and I'm thinking he gonna come up going, hey, E. No, the door open. Okay, maybe he got something to drink, and okay, he went to the kitchen first. Okay, that's fine. I'm still waiting. I'm posted up. Then I hear the TV come on. Okay, maybe he want to check sports. The video game. The video game first? What game? No, if you could come home and go play a video game, you know you got a whole wife upstairs, and she cute, and you ain't gonna come say hi.
that he wanted to play his video game. That was his normal. Come home from the studio. Yeah. And getting married is merging your norms. What you would usually do, what he would usually do. Most times women have this big, we're going to do this, and guys don't really have that. Right. So they go on living their life, right? Y'all have to learn how to be a married couple together. What does that look like? Well, how does that feel? I was used to a lot of family, so I was always having my family over, and I know he was sick of it.
Yeah.
And I'm super churchy. One day he came home, and I decided to bless the house, but I didn't tell him. So he came in, it was church praying people all over the place. Bless oil all over. He was like, someone play my video game, walk around in my drawers.
Poor Warren.
Yeah, so I had to learn, he had to learn.
Girl, what the fuck do you mean that he needs to forget the text messages that he found in your phone where you're texting other guys, or you're texting coworkers, you're texting people talking about your relationship with him? That is some fuck. Get the fuck out.
Most dangerous thing for women, because what happens is women are telling a woman, girl, go out and live your life. So she's gonna go out and live her life. She's gonna 20, 23, 27, 30, 35. Then she's gonna get 40 and be like, damn, I want to get married. And the men that wanted you at 20, that wanted to marry you when you were 20, they no longer want you. They want the younger female. And so now a lot of women are bitter and mean and get on these platforms. I can't find a man. They ain't shit. I'm tired of going to parent-teacher conferences with my son, and I'm seeing all these women line up down the hallway stressed out, leaning over on the fucking wall because they don't have no man. They made a mistake 12 years ago. They had a one-night stand after the club, and now we have 70% of moms that don't have a man, and these boys are being raised by women, and now these women have turned these boys into son husbands. They don't have no structure. They don't go outside and play. They don't do nothing but sit on their asses, and then when they get older, they become the same men that their mamas hate. So now they're out here being Pookie and Ray Ray, depending on females to take care of them. It's a shame that these boys are being raised by these single moms, and they taking up on the feminine characteristics of their.
They're so busy demanding and being egotistical that they're even doing it to God too. Oh, well, God gonna give me, he gonna this, because I'm this, and I deserve it. And who says that? Who says you're deserving? Y'all be demanding everything under the sun, not giving nothing, not bringing nothing. When you demand things, you get nothing. Women cannot swallow that truth because they're selfish. Oh, well, he better, because I require this. So if he can't meet my requirements, then he just gonna have to. That's why men can see right through it. Oh yeah, I'm soft, I'm this, I'm that, I've changed. You say one thing out your mouth, the men like, all right.
Come here.
We already know what you about. You're allowing the men to see how to get to you by stating all your requirements, but they're not gonna treat you like a wife. They're just gonna give you the requirements to get what you gonna give, the one thing that you're offering, and then they're gonna put you in a category and keep it pushing.
When you have a father in your life, like myself, when you watch a man take lead, like growing up, you want those type of principles when you look forward to a man. And if my dad is head honcho of my house and is taking care of shit, then I'm expecting to come in my life and do the same thing.
Women will often say that about a man, like he has to live up to the standards of my father. But when a man says, I want the woman to live up to the standards of my mother, I'm not here to be your mother, you got mommy issues and all that. So why is it different when a man looks for expectations in a woman that he sees in his mother?
I just have a full argument with a man and be like, this is point A of why I'm upset. Point.
Hold on. You'll be in an argument with a man. Men don't like arguing, so if you're in an argument with a man, then you are probably the problem. Literally so many men that I've met, men that I've been friends with online or whatever, I've never gotten into arguments with them. And the ones that I did get into arguments with, it didn't end well. One thing I know about men is that whenever you're trying to argue with them, whenever you're upset, they're going to try to de-escalate the situation. And if you keep being all like, blah, 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 like every single woman on the planet does, then he's probably going to leave you. A lot of people are all like, I shared my feelings and he left. No, you didn't share your feelings. You were being belligerent, and that's why he left, not because of your feelings.
The question is this: why do women punish the men they like? And I got an answer for you. Let's get into it. Women tend to be more jealous, possessive, act insecure around or about a guy that she actually likes. It is harder for that woman to regulate her emotions about a man that she's actually really interested in. So therefore she gets angry about you not texting back. angry about you missing a call and not calling her back, upset that you're not being consistent, upset that you're not making plans with her, questioning you more about your whereabouts and what you got going on and who you talking to and what you got, all of the above. It just keeps going. I'll tell you this, a woman don't care that much about a guy she don't like.
Baby, if I already ha-ha'd your story like 47 times and I'm hearting all your little pictures and breaking my finger, like, are you picking up what I'm putting down? Because I feel desperate now.
Women are way more lonelier than men. This is why women stay in toxic, abusive ass relationships, because they're afraid to be alone. I will always use this photo as a reference photo. Like there is a woman who had a baby with this. Okay? Was in a relationship, cheated on her and everything, according to her. And I pulled this picture off of Twitter when someone went viral talking about post your baby daddy so we could fight him. And people in the comments were like, oh no, honey, delete this photo, because you let this get on top of you, put a baby up in you, and play in your face. Now, some of the jokes was like, can he cook? Did he gain weight after y'all got together? But no, like, women are way more lonely. That's why they share peen with the neighborhood. This is why they stay in relationships, knowing that this dude ain't shit, will never amount to shit, will never be shit. This is why they will let a guy drive her car, have access to her bank account, live in her house rent-free, don't even contribute to the relationship. She's paying all of the bills, because women are way more lonely. And so they settle. Hence, their standards is in hell with the bar, because they're the ones who set the bar. Also,
date women, the more I find myself understanding heterosexual men. Let me explain. Exhibit A. I was on a first date with a girl who asked me out, by the way. This is relevant because when the check came, she never once made a move to pay. Not even like the fake, let me reach for my purse move. And though I don't mind paying on a date, part of me felt like, the offer would have been nice. I was also a little taken aback that she didn't even say thank you. And I never heard from her again. It really made me feel like she just asked me out so she could have a free dinner. And the moment I thought that, I was like, oh my God, I sound like all of my guy friends right now. And my argument against why guys should pay for dates has always been like, look, girls take hours to get ready. Our investment is looking really nice for you. Makeup, clothes, that costs money too. But we were both girls in this situation. We both took hours to get ready. One girl invited me back into her house, and her specific words were, do you want to come in and make out? Obviously, I'm like, yeah, you're really pretty. I want to press my face to yours. But then when we got there, we both just sat on the couch and she talked till like 3 a.m. And I was like, yo, girl, I gotta wake up at like 6 a.m. I was told there would be kisses here. There are no kisses. And like, look, I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like, I don't mind talking. I love talking. But she could have said, do you want to come in and just talk? I finally understand a lot of the complaints my male friends have about dating that I admit I would usually dismiss. But now I really get it when they say, dating is just so expensive, man.
Sometimes I feel like a girl doesn't even like me for me. She just wants, like, a boyfriend.
I wish it were more socially expected to go Dutch on the first few dates, but you're like a jerk if you even suggest.
Being friends with women in this generation is getting more and more impossible. I usually just stay at the house and read some books because women are really, really hard to be friends with right now. It's something about this generation specifically that makes them, like, actually so insufferable. Every woman is claiming that they hate all men, and I cannot get behind that train of thought. Like, how disrespectful to your father, your brothers, your future son, like your future husband. I will never in my life understand that train of thought. Because it's these same women that are going to wake up in their 30s, single and alone, and wondering what happened. Why am I alone right now? And it's like, well, if you hadn't spent your 20s saying awful things about men, maybe you could have settled down. But instead, you're going to sit there, 40 years old, listening to Taylor Swift with a bunch of cats around you. Can't we all just be nice to men for once? Please?
We gotta watch what we tell our friends about our relationships currently. Like, we want to vent so bad because, sometimes we can't vent to our man, right? We want to vent to our friends, but them be the real ops sometimes, right? So, you gotta watch your
for you to slip up, waiting for you to fall out, waiting for something to happen, so all of that can be used against you.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, with the people we love, we want to keep
them near us. So what we have to do is create a boogeyman so they don't leave us. So a lot of people are jealous of their friends.
Yes.
So if you get in a relationship, I talk to you less, we hang less.
Yeah.
So in order to not have that happen, I want you to think this dating world, which it do got a lot of creepy in there, so I mean girls. So but I want to try to. So that's why I said you got to be careful, because sometimes they are giving you real advice, but sometimes they really don't want to lose that access they have to you.
Facts.
So they're trying to really keep you single.
I don't like when men know how to cook.
What?
Because why do you know how to cook? That's a problem.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with a man knowing how to cook. That means somebody that love him show him how to survive in this real world. What he supposed to do? Eat TV dinners? Eat out at restaurants? Fast food all the time? You want him to be sick because all he doing is eating out all this crazy stuff. Or you want him to be broke. Girl, some of the top chefs in the world are men. Absolutely nothing wrong with a man cooking. I would love to have a man that cooks. And some men get the joy out of cooking. That's their thing. Like, shoot, that's what makes them relax. They stress-free. And hell, they probably love how they food tastes versus somebody else cooking for them. Everybody don't like to eat everybody's food either. So, baby girl, this is not a gender role. So let's get that out your brain. I'm glad to have a man that know how to cook, baby. That means I wouldn't have to cook all the time. We can share cooking, or baby, he can cook and I can clean. I have no problem. There's no gender roles over here, baby. So, if you know how to cook, baby, keep cooking.
Comes home and he's hungry, would you wake up and make him a meal?
No. Hell no. You can be independent. Be independent. No, he makes me a meal. What the f?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal. I'm here to say one more thing.
Oh, goody.
I just had to drag my AC out of my car to my apartment building. 3 guys passed me. None of them offered to help.
Why should they? Women are strong and independent. They can do everything on their own.
None. 0 out of 3. Why? Because you couldn't lift it? You were too scared to lift it? Is that why? Am I intimidating? Am I more masculine than you?
No, that's not what it is at all. But let's take a moment to think about how many women, thousands upon thousands of women, are saying every single day that in fact they don't need men. They don't need them at all. In fact, they're saying sometimes that the world would be better off without men. But apparently, some women still need men for grunt work. I should think that they would be grateful that men are finally listening to their wishes, ideas, and their feelings. But apparently not when it comes to lifting heavy objects.
Women are always complaining about how horrible men are, but you're always pregnant. You're sleeping with these horrible men. You're raising these horrible men. You're having babies with these horrible men. If I was a man, I wouldn't think I was horrible. I would think I am the shit. This woman is putting her life on the line to give birth to my offspring, and I'm horrible? You guys want men to be accountable, but you are not disciplined enough to say no. And a lot of you will say, oh, well, the baby is because I wanted a baby. So you mean to tell me you are that selfish that you wanted to bring a child into this world knowing that he would not have the proper guidance of a man? Oh, my husband is so horrible. So you mean you were that desperate that you chose to marry a man who didn't fit all of your standards, or he didn't even lead himself nowhere and you expected him to lead your family somewhere? Who is the horrible one? If every woman decided they are not going to give a man a child unless she is married, don't you know that men would marry us? Oh, some of us don't care about marriage. Well, that's the problem. We started caring about our sexual desires more than our discipline, more than our legacy, more than our children's futures. And we wonder why men do anything, because we allow it. Punani is power, ladies. Everyone's upset about abortion laws, but I would like to see the government drastically penalize men for abuse and infidelity while married. Let's put some value on our vagina again.
A lot of women have about men. He doesn't open up. Well, is he safe to open up? What happened last time he did? Did you use it against him in an argument later? Did you invalidate his feelings? Did you change the subject to make it about you?
He doesn't reassure me enough. Well, how much do you ask for it? Is he supposed to reassure you every 5 seconds? Or do you just need reassurance once in a while? Because you could ask for that. That's no problem. But at what point is your need for reassurance emotional dependency? And do you appreciate him giving you reassurance, or do you take that for granted like everything else that he does? He doesn't fight for the relationship. Are your guys' arguments repetitive and unproductive? Do things actually get solved? And you're in a relationship with him, you shouldn't have to fight for you. You should feel safe and comfortable in the relationship where he's not walking on eggshells. Is that the relationship you have? He won't talk about the future with me. Can he talk freely, or do you get really upset and mad if he says he wants something that maybe you don't? Are you actually hearing him out, or are you pressuring him to speak about the future multiple times and he's already told you what he's okay with and what he's not okay with? Are those conversations actually productive? I'll make them